Welcome to the App Showcase, where we review Microsoft-related apps, primarily from the App Store, but also through trial versions. SV MacPack is a certified veteran-owned and HUBZone consulting firm supporting primarily the U.S. federal government. In support of our customers' need to do market research on apps such as these, we started recording our review of them. We hope these reviews help you as well. In this review, we'll be reviewing the Team OrgChart, the starter version. They have a couple of different versions we're going to do. Obviously, this app is from the Microsoft Store. As always, I'll move fast, pointing out what I like and what would make me hesitate to recommend this app to my customers. My goal is to be as candid as I would if I were talking to my own team about this app. Hopefully this review helps you and perhaps even provides good feedback to the publisher of this app. Let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, we're here on the Microsoft App Store, and I'm going to start, as always, from top left to bottom right. And so just coming down this left-hand column really quick, I notice there's no stars. I can see pretty quickly there's no reviews, and so maybe this is just new app or something that's not up there. I also don't see a price, but fortunately these guys put a price over here, and I really like this because they didn't say it was free, which is one of the options Microsoft puts there. What they're saying is it's available for a 30-day trial, and then you'll have to purchase it. That's totally fair. I mean, we should be buying what we're using, but I like how they clarified that there. And then coming down, just looking at some of the other activity, the version is one that strikes me as interesting. It was August 2016, but there's no version updates. Going with the no reviews, maybe no one's used it enough to give them feedback. So we'll see what happens. But I'm always looking for versions to be more than 1.0 because to me it makes me feel like the publisher is keeping that app up to date. And then the last thing I look for is this support. As you watch these videos, the support is something that's pretty important to me. I already opened it, so I'm just going to go here really quick and see what they got. Okay, so it definitely takes us to a starter edition page. It's a dedicated page. Talks about the benefits, how you can download it. It's simple, used by companies. Our support team's on hand. That's pretty cool. They can help with this setup. So if you got questions when you're setting it up, they're there to do that. Plus, they can provide ongoing stuff. They're saying contact us here and info, and here they're just, again, giving some basic stuff. Okay, so no help desk or anything, but definitely some information on how you can get started and a willingness to help you get started. Coming into the middle column, we already noticed reviews. There are none. It's really straightforward. It's starter. I don't see a lot of features listed here, but one thing that is interesting is that it's telling us we can use the user profile service to kind of automatically draw this OrgChart or the SharePoint list. And in these examples, I'm going to use the SharePoint list, so we'll see what happens. And then we just got our pictures, so that's good to go. Let's go ahead and go into our team site. I got it loaded up down here. The app, I don't think I've gone into this one yet, so I'm going to click on it. This should be my first time going into it. I'll be equally surprised with all of you. So sometimes when the apps are loading, they're clearly doing something in the background. We'll figure it out. So I'm still dealing with this issue here, and I got to find out whether that's on my side. This is on 3 or 4 different publishers so far, so I'm starting to think there's something wrong with the way I'm doing it. One of the things I noticed right away is that it's pulling from the user profiles by default. It's kind of interesting, but we'll see how that kind of works. This is great. It's got a little welcome area, welcome message. I think that's great. Down here, it's kind of low key. It's telling it's licensed now. I like it better down here. I mean, you do have to have something that tells people it's an evaluation. So they've got it nice and clean. I really like actually how clean it is. It looks like it's just a SharePoint page I might have created. But sometimes the messages are too high. So I really like how they put the warning down there that it's an evaluation copy. So it says click anywhere. I'm going to click anywhere to see what happens. All right, that little message went away, kind of. Not sure what that is, whether it's just on my screen or not. We'll see. In fact, let me just refresh the page, see what happens. It's coming back. It's loading up. By the way, as it's loading, I like this right here, trial 30 days left. That's pretty cool. I'm assuming that's going to do a countdown. So let's start with help, because maybe I don't know anything about this tool, which clearly I don't. Okay, I don't like this. I never like it when they take me away from the app that I'm in, because now you're taking me out of my organization, and to me that's kind of a security type violation when you're sending people automatically out of a network into the commercial side of or just the flat out public internet. The other thing is, this isn't help. This is a marketing thing. While I didn't mind it before, I mind it now when they're describing it as it relates to a help button. That's help, and they didn't send me to help. Okay, so at the moment, I don't see anything. I mean, I can kind of understand some of these buttons, but none of these really make sense to me yet. What I'm trying to figure out is how to change it to the SharePoint list. And so I'm assuming it's over here in settings. There you go. So it's choosing my data source. This is really clear. So I'm going to choose list and see what happens. Okay, so one thing that's not here that would have been helpful is, it would have been great if I chose list, it has available lists or a button that says create a new list, because I didn't know I needed to create a list, and at the moment I don't know what fields are supposed to be in there. So let me see if there's anything else that's going to tell me what fields are in there. This is interesting. So this is just saying what the box of the chart would look like. So over here it's got different information. I could add in, like, let's see if I got department. While this looks pretty clean, I'm lacking the help, and that would be nice. Oh, and this is not good for me, is that I can't choose the colors. Like, I have to type it or something. And then the other thing is, like, the windows over here, I have to scroll over, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just too far over there. So something with the way the box loaded up. You know, they're stepping on top. These are little things that, remember when I said it's 1.0.0.0, these are little fixes I bet you they could do pretty fast and fix it up. Chart depth, I'm assuming that's, you know, we could put in 5. I'd be curious on what the limits are, but, and I don't see anything for save either, so I'm also assuming it's real time as I move around. It's real time saving. We'll figure that out. Okay, so yeah, these rules mean nothing to me. I mean, as a generic user, I would have no idea what this is, and I'm just looking for anything that would give me guidance. Templates. So if I change it to, how about email? Let me close it and see what happens. Save. Okay, so at the moment, let's see, home took me to here, print makes sense, full screen. I don't know if full screen did anything. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's interesting. First off, this needs to kind of work because it's pushing up over the top of the sweep bar. But if I come out of full screen, I think full screen is the equivalent of this guy over here, which is basically focus on the content. And focus on the content that Microsoft has out of the box seems a lot cleaner than theirs. So they might want to try to get rid of that full screen feature, actually, because, or just take this control and put it over on here so it does exactly the same thing. This stuff makes sense. Oh. So it can only go a couple. There you go. So, all right, I'm going to pause and stop because I've hit enough challenges to do a thumbs down. There's no point in me reviewing it more at the moment. I feel like it's not that intuitive. It's clean looking. I really like how it's basic, clean looking. I could see that OrgChart populating. I might in the future go in and fill out my user profile in the lab environment. But when I get over to settings and I get lost over here on what to do and there's no guidance, and if there's guidance in here and I'm not seeing it, I apologize, but I don't see any guidance at all. And so that gives me a pretty solid thumbs down for this Team OrgChart starter version that's here. I am looking forward to trying their other one because I took a little look at it, looked pretty sophisticated. So As a recap, I'm recommending you skip this app until the publisher can address the concerns I mentioned. I hope you found this review useful as you evaluate various apps available to you and your organization. Please provide me with feedback in the comments. Let me know how I can make the App Showcase channel and reviews more useful to you. Feel free to even suggest apps I review and we'll get them on the schedule. Finally, if you found this review helpful, please share it with others. I'm your host, Neil McDonnell with SV MacPack. I thank you for joining me today and I hope you join me again for other reviews.